Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Let's dive right back in. Our players are...
Hi, I am Lance Corporal Higgimus. I play a Giff fighter.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's a human fighter.
Hi, I play Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
I play Yeldan Tripi, an elven ranger.
I play Ockar, human paladin. His last name is too long to say.
Steinbjornsson.
Do you actually know that that Leva has a second name as well? Last name?
I'm sure they do. Whether they remember it or not is another question.
Let's get
Especially
back
in your case.
She is ashamed of it. That's why she sort of suppresses it. She said, "Ah, God." She doesn't even know whether that's her name.
Okay, we still got one more person, so let's go.
Yeah, I haven't had my turn yet. Lafdul Minglade, he's a mischief maker thief. An elf as well. Me an elf.
All right,
Because
so...
we're all being pedantic about the elves.
Oh, of course. So, we left off last time. You were basically just getting back to Brawl, so let me go ahead and move you guys all over to the Brawl map. And, Higgimus, remind me, did you take the charge for the docking fees?
Yes, he told me the document
Okay.
piece.
All right, good. So those have already been paid. You pull up to...
Crew's been paid.
You pull up to the Brawl docks, and Nogrush thanks you for your assistance, and he actually gets a few Herwadi to help him cart the crate off to you don't know where.
Tell him you're welcome. Anytime that you have further need of us, just ask and we'll work out the details.
I thank you. I just may do that. It will certainly take some time to investigate these tablets and figure out what they actually mean. But if you are available and I'm still around at that point, I would be more than happy to hire you for further expeditions. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good luck finding out what's in there. If you do miss us, get in touch with us and let us know what they tell you.
I'm sure I will do so. All right, so let's just fast forward a little bit so you guys can do any purchasing that you've done in between sessions. Higgimus is setting up a little office to kind of take job offers, get someone in to, basically like a storefront for your company.
Yep.
He's also hired a clerk, but I haven't created that person yet, the NPC. So
Oh no,
I will
not an unnamed NPC.
this one will have a name. I just haven't created them yet. So that's going to be probably how upcoming adventures that are on a hired basis will come to you. Certainly makes it easier for me. I really do like that idea. Now, I believe Higgimus had some maps that he was wanting to investigate, and one of them is here in Brawl Space. Is that correct?
Yeah, you mentioned all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
You did say at some point you were going to give me a listing of what they actually were, so I could have them.
Oh, I didn't do that?
No.
Okay.
Well,
the one in question was you had a map, and I'm actually going to slightly revise what you were told about it before anyway, so it's kind of okay that I didn't give you a listing.
okay.
Two of them are outside the sphere, for sure. But one of them is definitely a location within Brawl Space.
All right. What I'll do is before our party gets off, I'll say, guys, before you get too involved in anything major here on Brawl, there is something I want to investigate, and I need your help. It's here in Brawl Space, so it wouldn't be too far.
Hmm.
Tell us what it is.
It's remember how we've been finding all these star charts? Well, I think I have one here that's in Brawl Space figured out.
This one,
I'm
this
not
one
quite
in
sure what's
particular-
there.
This one in
Mhm.
particular, so you probably would have told everyone before you left for the adventure with Nogrish that you got these back from the Seekers. They did some investigation. This one in particular, the Seekers would have told you that it actually has an inscription on it that you didn't know originally. And this is the one that you got down in that old Thieves Guild beneath Brawl.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
And the star chart shows a location on within the asteroid belt that Brawl is in, and on it is a little poem, and the poem actually reads, which anyone with common can read that, which is not Higgimus right now.
Not Braxon either.
And it reads, beneath a stone black, dark as the pirate's jack, lies a hoard of gold hidden by Streb the Old. And Higgimus and Braxon, you both kind of know of Streb. There's a lot of legends around him, but he was somewhat of a famous pirate back in the days when Brawl was still a pirate haven. And he was kind of a rival to Kozar, who actually founded Brawl as it's known today, essentially. And he disappeared before Brawl was, actually turned into the city and hub that it is today. But he was well known for a time, feared for a time, known to be a darkly violent man, but he was rumored to have quite the hoard.
Mm.
So this may be that.
Yeah, we should definitely check that out.
So yeah,
The-
definitely
the-
want to take a look at it. Even if it doesn't turn out to be much, it'd still be worth checking it out.
Well, we may find that those creatures that stick to the walls have already got there, so we might need to take some precautions against them.
Lafdul's buying some extra holy water this time, if
Um,
it's relevant.
Braxon, to refresh your memory, this was found beneath where they lived.
Oh,
Yes,
right.
That was sealed off.
This is where Did we find... How
That's
far
where
below? Is it with the Mask Temple?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
bringing
it was
loads of holy
either
water.
with in that area with the ghouls and dead priests.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the Mask Temple. So I would like to go check this out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe spend a couple days here in Brow just refueling, getting some actual rest on a bed, and maybe doing a little bit of shopping if you guys need to do shopping.
Yes.
Yeah,
All the-
Lafdul's got a few more holy waters.
How
so
much
7.
is a machete? Because it's not under the weapons. I looked.
I
Uh,
will have to look. You won't need one now.
yeah,
if
but
you want to say that you
and
purchased it.
how much is a spyglass?
The spyglasses are 1,000.
1,000 GP.
Yeah.
So that's 200 platinum.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it is.
500.
It is.
Cool.
Is a couple of days long enough for Braxton to make a sign for Higgimus's office?
Sure. But you can't write.
No.
Maybe you can copy.
It'd be like the pub signs that with pictures on.
Okay.
It'd be like a broken sword, like the lights on the ship.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, I forgot all the continual lights things on the ship.
During our break, when Ald is taking his vacation, I will do the write-up for it.
Okay.
Okay, so is there anything else that you guys want to buy in particular?
Was any of my stuff that I asked for available?
No.
No.
I was looking for a magic word.
I'm sorry, what were you
Braxon-
looking for?
I'm just going to PM you all a sec.
Alright.
While that's happening. He's going to buy something, but he'll just be a bit of wreck.
So you also get resupplied on equipment. Leva and Lafdul, go ahead and pay out for new reagents and stuff like that. Just that formula that I came up with a while back. And yeah, all right. Anything else?
Well, I said that Braxon was grabbing those holy waters. Is so the healing potions that you said is four holy waters excessive?
No, it's up to
I
you.
have
mean,
7, and you can buy as many as you need.
yeah, you can buy as much as you want. 25 gold.
We
pieces
have
each.
money now.
That's fine. No, I didn't want to take too many. I
What's
know
too
some of
many,
these things
though?
They
Well,
can appreciate the service, sir.
Too many would be something you think they don't have in stock.
There's a bunch of temples around, so
Yeah.
not too good.
Could I commission Leva to make a continual light stone for me?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
How much will that
That's-
cost me, Leva?
Continual light costs nothing, doesn't it?
I have the
Yeah.
spell, so it costs you
Oh.
patience because I need to change my spells. I don't know about the stone.
Well,
How about that?
You'll have a
Oh,
few
Just
days.
a rock.
Yeah, you can cast it on anything.
Yeah, you can cast it
Okay.
on anything.
You just
Yeah.
need a spell.
So bring me the stone and I'll cast a spell on it.
Cool.
Oh, I
So,
didn't know
but-
that. Never learned that. That's useful.
That's why I gave you the link to the spells I have. Do you still have it, or do you have it?
Me? No, I do not.
It's somewhere in the history here.
No, don't need it. Here you go.
Thanks.
Or actually, if you want to, I can put it into the chat, so people can see it. Because I won't allow anyone to modify it, but people can comment on it if they want to.
You won't be able to post links in the chat. Only Ald can do that.
Well, okay.
No, she. Oh, you were talking about the.
Twitch
Stream.
deletes
Yeah.
links.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
It's in Discord if anyone out there is watching. There's a link to the Discord.
Oh, yeah. It's like mine. Mine's got a link, and I had to change the link, so there's only a shoot only.
Is there any unusual potions besides the healing potions and holy water?
Only the ones that I had before. Let me see what I. Hold on.
I wasn't interested in any of those.
Okay.
I'm going to buy a few holy water.
It helps if you let me know beforehand and I can roll some stuff up. Otherwise, it's basically.
I
just gonna
apologize.
be- That's fine. That's fine. I'll try. I can get something not by next session, but by the time I get back from vacation, I can rearrange those lists.
How
Did
much
you
does
get
holy
any-
water weigh?
Only like 0.1 pound.
Braxton looks at the old potions that Higgimus isn't interested in.
Okay, those are oil of disenchantment, 1500, filter of persuasiveness, 400, potion of clairaudience, 500, potion of climbing, 600, elixir of youth, 1000, potion of polymorph self, 400, oil of slipperiness, 800.
+1 longsword.
No, I already rolled.
No.
I already rolled for that.
Okay.
Yes, that's the previous thing.
No
I
longswords.
I was just checking because you didn't.
Would you roll it as a plus for longsword? We said magical longsword though.
No.
Braxon went looking for any longsword, and there wasn't one.
Yeah.
And he went looking for magical caltrops as well.
Yeah, and there weren't any of those.
There weren't any of those.
Really?
Magical caltrops, not normal
I didn't-
caltrops.
Yeah, I didn't know there were magical ones.
Sure.
Maybe there isn't.
Almost anything can be enchanted.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things. If you specifically say, I want this thing that does this, I will roll for it.
Huh.
So Asher, do you want a cow dung with continual light on it?
No.
That would not last very long.
Because
Yeah.
it does consume.
Well, you
can
Yeah.
does
can dry
consume
it.
the object.
You can dry it, and it will last a long time.
No, still doesn't last very long.
because the spell itself consumes the
Yeah.
item.
You'll last
Braxon
a
asked
day
the
or two.
guy. Braxon asked the guy with the polymorph potion if it gives you any special powers that the creature you change into has.
No, it does not. It does give you the physical attacks of it. And you're limited in the size, I believe. So like,
Right.
you couldn't polymorph into a great worm dragon kind of thing.
You can choose.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can.
But could he turn into something like Hadazee and glide?
Yeah, physical stuff is.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So if
Isn't
but if
there
it
a
was,
system
Oh.
shock check on a polymorph though?
Maybe.
Braxton never asked that.
You wouldn't
He's
exactly know
gonna-
what a system shock check is.
Wow. No, we wouldn't. But
he's
Yeah.
he's gonna spend 400 gold pieces on it.
Okay.
never
oh
know.
boy. System shock.
Anything else?
It's a
No, that's it.
constitution.
I don't know. No. Okay. I was tempted by that potion of climbing, but yeah, don't know. I think it'd be better for someone else than me.
People who don't have 18 decks.
Do you actually climb as good as me as a rogue?
Probably not,
No.
but I have a pretty good chance.
The base climbing chance for non-thieves is 40. Base chance for thieves is 60. So no, I mean you've got a 20% bonus right there.
All right.
On top of that, you can climb things that they can't.
I have a 50% chance then because I have plus 10 to it
I've not been modified.
based off of my dexterity.
Yeah, and then it's modified by the surface and everything like that.
Nice.
So, and everyone good?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I need
I
to
don't
double
have-
check my climb.
I'm good.
Okay. Then after a few days of resupply and re-equipping, you guys get ready to go again.
Yay.
All right, let's bring you back over to the sphere chart.
Okay, I do want to mention to both Lafdul and Braxon, who both use short bows, I'm willing to share the magic flight arrows I have if they want them.
Thank you.
Oops.
I suppose if we get into a standoff, that could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that situation is warranted, I'd rather you hold on to them though.
Hey, does anyone else want to have continual light or anything that I can spell?
Yes, please. I made those broken sword lights on the ship, and I only had the money to get 2 of them lit up. But I'd like to take all of them apart and have you make all the swords magical.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Do you
take
need any
part.
money for? Well, I only want the swords to light up.
Yeah, no, but you can pick what lights up with the.
Ah, right. Okay, fair enough. Do you need any money for the components and stuff?
Just a
No.
moment.
No, it has no. Other
No,
than
it's
what it's
just-
cast on, there's no material components for continual light. I mean,
No, I don't,
basically,
but it takes a little time because it's a level 3. Is it? No, it isn't.
basically, but you could
Level
have
2 spell.
you could have gotten all of them enchanted in the trip back. I mean, since the last time.
Okay.
I mean, because you've had this for a little while now, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So at this point, if Leva is fine with it, she could have enchanted all of the ones in the ship now.
I'm
Brilliant.
perfectly fine with that. I
Isn't
mean, it's a
mine-
spell. It doesn't cost me anything, and so if people want something, tell me. There are some spells with fairly expensive ingredients, but this is definitely not one of them because this one doesn't need anything.
Yeah, mine's level 3 for my version.
Okay.
Right. So, are those two things on the map, Bral, and where we're going?
Well, let me make sure that you're seeing what.
I see
That's
things
not-
on. Yeah, there's one there, and there's
Right. I know. I'm trying to get the center. I can never remember which key it is. Okay, so you're at
I
Brawl.
see something here.
Yeah, that's where your fortress is. That's the asteroid that you guys were at.
Oh, I see something here as well.
Yes, that's where that's the destination.
Yes.
Okay. So it should take. Let's see. I think it'll take about 4 days to get over there. All right. Does anyone want to do anything in particular on the trip?
Continue my
Lafdul
lessons
might.
in reading.
Yeah, Braxon, a try reading as well.
All right. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh, Higgimus, are you cleaning the astrolabe?
Oh yeah, I need to do that.
Okay.
Get
I
my
think
vinegar
I-
and
Sorry.
other stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to have augury prepared for this. How long's the journey?
4 days.
Okay.
Leo is going to do some alchemy tests.
Okay. You
May I assume-
kind of need some equipment for that.
Ah, yes.
Would you say that you would have purchased some of that? All right.
Tell me how much.
I don't know right now. I'll need to figure that out, but we can come back to that afterwards and balance the book, so to speak.
Okay.
Ald?
Mhm.
May I assume that I have full hit points?
Yes. Everyone has been healed up at this point.
Yay.
Yeah. So if any of you are down on hit points, just go ahead and balance that out.
Oh, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
There was downtime, a tiny bit of downtime, and I want to know if I had access to cure that potion spell, that temporary healing potion. I remember now.
Yes, you could have been working with Beloriana once you got back into the sphere and learning the details and intricacies of that spell, and then petitioned your deity to grant it. And
Would
he would
he have?
yes.
All right. Can I? Oh wow! I kind of forgot to buy a couple of vials. Could I retro buy a couple of
Yeah.
vials for that?
Yeah.
And I'd be casting 2 of them.
Okay.
During the journey.
Okay.
I will give one to Braxon and Higgimus.
Lafdul, don't you need to do something for your deity or something?
He does. He gives an odd look to Level that she knows about this.
Well, we've done a few things together, and
I think he messaged Ald with that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, it's up to him to do it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I
Alright.
thought he messaged Ald saying this is what he wanted to do.
Well, yeah, but
kind of thing.
what he wants to do is different than him actually doing it.
Now,
Okay.
that's why I PM'd Old at the start of the session. I have a plan, sort of.
Okay, everyone. Do we want to go around the inner part of the sphere on the ring we're in, which means we'll pass loads of asteroids? Or do we want to drop in a bit and take a shortcut?
I imagine probably take a little shortcut, right?
I don't know how much they heal for.
They're 2d4 plus 2.
It's the same as a normal healing potion.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was because Beloriana was a
Nope.
specialty priest of the healing deity.
That only works on the spells that she actually casts, as opposed to, creating a healing potion or something like that.
Oh, actually, let me just check the duration.
It's 1 day per level.
Is it? Full levels. 4 days. Funny enough, I'd have to cast this on the 3rd day.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can basically just,
Because I still need a day's rest to get my normal spells back.
yeah, you can always just keep casting it, kind of thing.
Hmm.
I did some rolls for random encounters, and there was nothing dangerous, so I'm just gonna fast forward you to the asteroid.
Nothing dangerous.
Nope.
Good.
All right, so we're there.
Yep.
Cool.
He's missed out the Tinker Gnome encounter. just to stop Higgimus going insane.
I did say nothing dangerous, so yeah, no tinker gnomes.
Hmm.
Okay, so
I think if we encounter Tinker Gnomes, the only danger we would have is Higgimus.
unless of course you let the tinker gnomes onto your ship, then you're all in danger.
Actually, no, I would have. There is one thing I would have done on the journey.
Okay.
I would have just. I would have not told Lever this. I would have looked for an opportunity when Tan is by himself, and I would have used Speak with Animals and offered him some choice meat.
Okay.
And I'm keeping this between us. I was like, oh, do you like small rodent meats, like game meat, like rabbits and stuff? I'm just trying to build a rapport with him,
He does.
and I had just give it to him. Say
Okay.
nothing else.
Leva.
Wouldn't Tayan let me know?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
you're-
asking him to keep it a secret. If you want more, you got to keep it a secret.
Leva, you're getting the feeling through your bond of happiness, as if eating something very tasty.
What happens? I concentrate on Tayan. What happens?
That's what you get. I mean,
Yeah, you don't get any. You don't.
you know
have
where
any
he is.
Or
For all you know, he's found a nice juicy rat.
I definitely go and have a look.
I'm suspicious.
Yes, I am.
I got a question. How is Tane and Shadow getting along? Because
Is that your cat?
Yeldan does have. Yeah.
It's
my
up
cat.
to you. Tan is perfectly fine ignoring the cat. They're competitors, but as long as you keep them both fed, they're fine.
They're not eating each other.
Tayan is not a dog, so there's no inherent they're not inherent enemies.
I didn't know we had a cat.
We've had a cat since the beginning.
Yeah, Yeldan's avatar, but it's also his companion.
I didn't know.
Well, no,
didn't know
it's
we had a cat.
basically my avatar, but it's black instead of white.
So we started the whole thing off with you having a cat.
Yeah, I've had the cat since the beginning.
I've known about it.
Didn't really come up often though.
Yeah, it doesn't come up that often because there's not much I can actually do with them.
I must have been either I'm very dense or
Well, no,
up
I
to
mean-
now I never realized that he had a cat.
It doesn't come up very often.
Braxon,
Like first time now. Okay.
It has probably been months since he mentioned it in game.
Braxon trips over a cat and says, "Where did that come from?"
What? Braxon, what's wrong?
There's a cat.
A cat?
Yeldan, that's my. Yeldan's like, it's my cat.
I gotta let me come and have a look.
This ship is not big enough to have missed a cat. You guys would know about the cat. The ship is not big enough for that.
Lafdul's been doing a really good job of keeping it hidden.
No.
That...
Left.
I'm not even
Oh,
trying to
oh,
hide 'em.
Yeldan. Whoever owns the cat.
Yeah,
So what
Yeldan.
can your cat actually do? Is it just
It's just
something that sits on your shoulder and brings bad luck to people?
It can purr. I think you're
That might explain all the
vastly
broken bow strings.
underestimating the soothing quality of a purring cat.
What,
This is how we spent 30 minutes talking about a cat.
Apparently.
what
Yeah.
All right,
breed
so
of cat
you're
is
you're,
it?
Well, no,
you're
that
closing
is,
in. All right, you're closing in on the on what you believe is the destination.
No, this is important. What breed of cat is it?
No, it's not.
Old would have to look through the cat books. I don't even know if there are cat books. AD&D creatures book for Forgotten Realms.
No, it's up to Yeldan. It's his cat, but see, Yeldan, you would have to choose something based on Toril.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel like it's just a cat that follows him around, and he kind of takes care of it, and it.
He
Is
picked
it
up
a
a stray.
tabby?
Sticks
Is it a
around.
Bombay? I could list all these
Stray.
cat breeds.
Okay. So you're closing in on the asteroid. It's not particularly large. You'd say that it's probably about the size of a typical dwarven citadel. And it appears to be completely barren, just dark gray stone, looks basaltic in nature.
Right.
I'll take a look at it through the spyglass.
I'm also looking through it with my spyglass.
Braxon doesn't have a spyglass, but he says to
I'm
Higgimus,
gonna.
I think we
cast
should-
Augury.
Okay.
Braxton says to Higgimus, I think we should take a few circles around the asteroid. See if we can
I
spot
agree.
anything suspicious.
I agree. Maybe Lafdul can do that thing he does with the dice that tells us things.
Yeah, he just said that he was.
Yeah.
I'm role playing.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh yes. Lafdul will ask for divination.
Augury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is augury actually a term?
Yes.
So-
Inauguration. Because
Oh, right,
you,
yeah, I
you
didn't know that as well.
do an augury to find out how the person who's just coming into power is going to do. Yeah, it's when you inaugurate something, you were literally invoking a pagan ritual. It's great. But specifically, it's related to birds. It's watching the pattern of birds. That's what an augury actually is. Now, if you want to go do some extispicy, that's something different. I'm always open to that. So let's see. I am going to say that the dice come up with 2 treasure markers and 4 of the danger markers.
Oh. This is going to be fun. Laughter does not look happy at the dice roll, but well, I'm sure people can interpret it once I've explained it.
Well, actually, you should interpret it because.
All right, yeah, I
That's up
interpret
to
it.
you.
I explain.
And actually, I think that this would be better if we retcon it, and we don't have to do this right now. We can do this later. If
oh,
each,
well, only I understand it.
well, yes, but also if each side of the dice is different. So you actually have 6 different possibilities rather than just 3.
Oh,
each.
gradients. Then.
Or other things. Just let's talk about it later. But I think it would be more
that'll
fun
take a while.
with more things on it and stuff like that. So.
So you're saying there's either treasure or great danger?
No, there's a loss of danger and not so much treasure. I mean, this could be a ridiculously hard fight for us.
Well, but see, it could also mean that there could be like 100,000 gold pieces in there, but commensurately more danger than that kind of thing.
It's like I imagine how I look at it is the same as the asteroid and the phlogiston had 2 treasure tokens, and how much did we get off of that?
A lot.
I'm looking at it.
But it's all relative.
It is relative, yes.
Let's go for it. If
Yeah,
things go
by
bad, we
all
just
means.
run.
So we're gonna do a couple rotations around this asteroid, looking it over, see if there's anything, spider, bat, troll,
Yeah,
moving things.
It is very, very plain. In general, it's
Caves.
there are some craters. There is no life as far as you can see. Although on one side, after doing the circuit, you do spot an outcropping of obsidian.
Obsidian,
Well,
blackstone.
Mm,
hmm
that's the Blackstone.
That looks like what we're looking for there, guys.
yo. I'm gonna do survey as well.
Yeah,
But
no, I mean that's what you
I'm
guys
sure
are
I
seeing.
don't. Yeah.
So there's obviously going
Higgimus
to
punches Lafdul in the shoulder.
Lafdul goes flying through the ship.
Oh,
Because
come
that
on.
quite literally is what would happen if you hit me.
I'm
No,
sure it's
Paul
like
is
a
punch.
playful punch.
No,
It's not like-
I am curious to know how much damage you would do to me. I've only got 24 hit points.
I am not punching you with full ferocity. It's kind of one of those hits, like cut it out type of hits.
Yeah, but I'm like a child, and it's like you'd have to clip me behind the ear or something.
Yeah, but it
That's
would
not-
also be mostly non-lethal damage anyway, even if he punched you hard, because it's a punch.
How long does it take to recover non-lethal?
A couple hours.
Alright.
But he also doesn't have to punch you in such a way to deal damage.
Mm.
All right. So you want to put down and take a look, or what?
Yeah, let's put down a little ways, not a little ways, but a safe distance from that outcropping.
Okay. It does appear to be this outcropping once you get within the air envelope, and the air envelope is fine.
Oh, well, that's good. Good thing we thought about that.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, it's a little stale. It's not the most pleasant smell, but it's not like rot or anything like that. There's definitely there's a little smell. Let's see. How about
Does it smell of undeath? Well,
all the non-humans give me a wisdom check
Ooh,
because your
non-humans.
noses are better than humans.
Even
Wisdom
humans?
check.
Yeah, wisdom check.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeldan's nose.
Yeldan, you have smelled this before.
Nope.
You definitely detect
We've all passed, haven't we? If
something
Giff has.
burnt. It's faint, but I'm going with Yeldan because he got the one.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, and Yeldan, you were familiar with the smell. Something burnt.
Something's
Something
burnt.
But it's also very
Burnt.
old. You know, I mean, it's not like something just burned an hour ago.
Something
It's like-
burnt, you say?
Yeah, it happened a very long time ago, though. I'm surprised I was
is-
able to pick it up.
Well,
Question. You go. I'll go after.
well, isn't what type of rock did you say that was again? It was obsidian. Isn't obsidian some sort of lava rock type of thing?
That's a good point, actually.
Intelligence check for that, I would guess.
No, you know that obsidian. That's pretty common.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
the-
yeah. So usually, after a big eruption of some variety.
If you can smell burning, maybe there's some sort of fire trap underneath that obsidian stone.
No,
And we lift it
whatever
up and
this.
the fireball comes out and eats us.
I don't think it's that. It's a lot older than.
Oh, I remember what I wanted to ask. Because obviously there's an air envelope. Whatever permeates that air envelope stays within that air envelope. It never refreshes. If there's, is there any? Actually, is there trees around or something?
It's
No,
completely
there was
barren.
no plants, so yeah.
So whatever that smell was so long ago would stay the same, I assume.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Spells can dissipate. I mean, over time. It's not just that. But yeah, you are dealing with a closed environment here.
So
All right. Let's land.
Okay. The rocky outcropping of obsidian is actually at what appears to be the top of the asteroid.
Okay.
So there's a relatively flat surface there, large enough for your ship to put down, but not so large that you have to travel an extended period to get to that rock.
Okay.
Right.
And when you get to the rock, it's about 10 feet tall.
no
Interesting.
cave entrance though near it, right?
Nothing that you can see right now, no.
No entrance, you said? Okay, so
Hmm.
I'll look
How
back
far?
in,
Sorry, how far away was the rock from that we got to get to from the ship?
It's just a couple minutes walk.
Oh, right, okay. Okay.
and we're at the rock
Easy,
right
man.
now.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering whether Braxon would bring something like a block and tackle to try and lift the rock up. Okay, he's going to have a look around and see if there's any way
Yeah.
to lift this stone up.
I was thinking
I
investigate the area around.
Is
I
the
repeat
stone hot?
I
Yeah.
repeat the poem right here in front of it.
Okay. You repeat it. Not read it, repeat it.
I made that distinction.
Nothing happens. Yes, I know.
I'm gonna investigate the area.
Okay, you're looking around.
I don't know if you need to roll for investigation or something like that.
Well,
Lafdul,
we'll deal with that in a second. Someone was thinking about looking at the rock, see if it moved.
I was seeing if it was warm.
It is not
do you
warm.
have detect magic, Lafdul?
I do have one actually.
I pick up the rock.
Braxon was
Can't pick
looking
up the
for a
rock.
place to lift. Braxon was looking for leverage points to bring a block and tackle from the ship and try and
What
raise
what
it.
does level one ask?
Well, she was asking if you had detect magic.
Is that it?
Would that maybe we might want to cast that?
It doesn't last very long.
So,
Mm.
as you guys are trying to manipulate the rock, you quickly realize that it's not just a rock laying here. It is embedded in the surface of this asteroid.
Okay.
Is it? There's no like specified shape to it, is there?
No, it's very irregular. I mean, it's kind of
Mm.
pointed. It's very roughly conical.
Is it an arrow shape? Sort of pointing towards a direction?
It's just a rock sticking straight up. I mean,
Oh, okay.
It's sticking
Higgimus,
up
where
rather
were,
than down.
Yeah.
Higgimus, where were you standing when you recited the poem?
Right in front of it.
Maybe you have to touch it?
I don't know. I examine the rock further, I guess.
okay.
And around the rock.
Yeldan, describe to me exactly what you're looking around for, or at.
I'm looking around for old track, and looking around for possibly where an illusion might be hiding something.
Okay, so you're like actually like with your hands as well.
Yeah, and I'm also looking for old tracks that might lead somewhere.
Okay.
Leva looks at Yeldan doing that, and she thinks that's a very good idea. Would she notice something that was hidden by magic?
I'm casting
Not
detect
necessarily.
magic. Well,
How big is this stone?
It's about
Do you
10
want
feet
me
tall.
to? Do you want me to roll
10
my
feet
tracking
tall.
check?
No, I'll let you know if when stuff
Okay,
is
but
happening.
How
Okay.
wide is it? I'm thinking if it's covering up a hole.
It's not
is
covering
it-
up a hole because it's embedded in the surface of this asteroid.
Okay, well if we could pull the whole thing up and out,
Higgimus tried.
I know. Braxton's looking for a way to leverage it out, maybe getting some equipment from the ship.
I have a spell that can make it lighter, but I don't know if I could target it.
Let's wait for Yeldan to do his ranger thing real quick.
Okay.
Okay. While you guys are all looking around, and since you kind of decide to let Yeldan get a good look around the area before you do anything else, Yeldan, after a good 20 minutes, you realize that what seemed like just a section of the stone basically next to this rocky outcropping actually has a seam on it. Roughly squarish.
Found a hidden door here.
I
Pointed out to Lafdul, who's good at opening these kinds of things.
I want to use detect magic on it as well.
Okay. You go ahead and cast that. Let me see.
And I'm gonna mention that Lafdul should go first, checking for traps along the way when we get in.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
pirate.
Send someone else. I'm teasing.
Yes, and your healer there.
Well, he's also the rogue, so the guy who's good at finding traps. and
It's kind of
disabling
funny
them.
because it's like the guy goes forward, the guy goes last as well.
There is definitely some faint magic.
Oh, what kind?
You couldn't tell, but there's definitely some faint magic around this portal.
Can I confirm with Yeldan that it looks like a secret door
Now that
entranceway?
he's pointed it out to you, I mean it.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the
it's
magic
roughly
radiating
squarish.
from it.
Yeah,
Perhaps it's a magical feint.
and
I will.
the magic is actually seems to be coming from beneath it as opposed to it.
Oh.
Yeah, by the time I've disarmed the thing, my magic's gonna wear off. So, we know it's there or something's there. So I just need to find a way of opening it. I'm first gonna check for traps, see if I can see any like wardings or anything.
Okay, what's your percentage again?
75.
You're getting better at that.
I haven't raised it. I would be raising it every level otherwise. I had to do my sneak and move silently.
Okay. You take a look around the this hatch and looking for mechanisms and that sort of thing. Let me actually see what the time is on that.
It's going to be too long. My magic's going to wear off. It's like 10 minutes.
Almost
Could
certainly.
I use knock?
Yeah, I can, but I'm waiting for traps first.
No, Leva has the spell knock.
You have it memorized?
No.
Yeah, I have it as a power.
If you don't have it memorized, then it doesn't matter.
Because I would use... If I was going to be really careful about this, I'd use find traps as a spell, so I could find magical traps, but I didn't know about this, so...
Braxton says you want to hammer that door. If you think there's no traps, I'll pull it open.
I'll try something first.
I do want to point out that don't suggest to me that whether you can ask me if you can use a spell that you don't have memorized, because no, you can't. You can never use a spell that you don't have memorized.
No. I said could.
Well,
I didn't say I have it memorized. I asked whether in theory I could use that spell.
I
if
understand,
I had it
but then I'm going to start assuming that you have it memorized.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't. That was a theoretical question.
Wait, well, maybe you should get into the habit of DMing all your current spell list.
Well, no, I don't need to know. I don't need to know that every time. All right. Lafdul, you pretty quickly realize that there is a movable chip in the stone that reveals a lock. Yeah, like a chip of the stone. And doing so reveals the lock. You do this while looking for the traps, and it's a pretty large lock now that you've moved this chip, and you're pretty sure that there's a trap inside there.
Well, you've got the ability to disarm traps, right?
You think you see a needle inside the lock.
I would really rather rest, but thing is, if I'm gonna hang on. Give me 1 minute. I need to check the spell description.
Weren't we fully rested before coming here?
Yeah, but I won't. This would have to be another rest if I did. I just need to confirm something.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't have the spell that he wants to cast memorize, then he'd have to rest.
I think it's divination. Traps.
Oh yeah, clerics have to prepare spells in this edition.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Everyone
Yeah,
does.
you can't just choose.
Everyone does.
in 5th edition, you still do. You just, as a cleric, you pick just
Use
about
so much
any
power.
cleric. You can do any cleric, any
Alright.
cleric spell. You just have to.
Every,
Excuse me. Alright, I will. Do we want to make this today? This is my augury said this would be very dangerous. I would prefer to rest and give myself another spell so I give myself more of a chance to do it.
well, if you're having trouble opening the door, I could open the door and you can use
It's
your other
trapped.
spells for different stuff.
It's trapped. You open it, you will get injured.
Okay, so what about if we make some sort of machine with leverage and get out the way and lever it open? Maybe the trap won't be close enough.
You don't really see any way to get something in there to lever it up.
Yeah, it's like I removed a tiny piece of a chip and this lock, this trap thing's entirely embedded inside of it.
Well, last time we got to a door we couldn't open, Higgimus headbutted a hole through the wall next to it.
He wants to headbutt the stone.
So I don't think we could do that here, but
Alright, no, enough deliberation. I'm going to use fine remove traps on it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Doing it.
75%, you said?
Yep. Be ready to give me one of those potions if I fall down.
Okay. You insert your tools into the lock, trying to disable the mechanism, or at the very least trigger it in such a way that it doesn't hurt you. Unfortunately, you were not expecting the angle at which it was going to come out of the lock, and the needle stabs you.
On the bright side, it's not a rusty blade hidden in a treasure chest.
It could be poisonous. Am I poisoned?
You're not sure right now.
Doesn't he have to do a saving throw?
So I did some more reading, and I'm pretty sure you do saving throws after the onset time.
Is there...
I pull out a scroll from my scroll case,
Do you
and
have the?
I
neutralize-
cast the protection for poison on Lafdul.
What? Like, you can't do it. You got to do that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, does that?
It's protection. It's not. It's not.
Can I listen to
poison.
Ald, please?
I hadn't said anything yet.
Ald, we need you ruling.
You don't know?
When I don't know.
None of you know. I mean, you guys can say, wait, no, this probably isn't going to work.
Well,
I-
protection for poison makes it seem like that it only works when you are hit by the poison, not if the poison's already in you but hasn't come into effect yet.
would. say take
hold
me
on,
back to the ship.
hold on, real fast. What you would know is that you cannot cast it on someone else.
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here's
I hand it to Lafdul and I'm like, here.
Quick question: has the needle gone back into the lock after it stabbed him?
It's stuck. I pulled it out.
No,
Can
I mean,
can we look at the
hold on.
needle to see if
It's
this
connected
poison-
to a mechanism, but it stabbed out and it's staying stabbed out. I mean, it stabbed into his hand.
So it doesn't automatically reset, meaning that he can pick the lock now without having to worry.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I am insisting that I go back to the ship, and I will walk there if no one goes with me.
I was gonna ask.
All
Can we
right,
check the needle
take him
for
back.
poison at least before we were.
We may as
He-
well.
he's
Does
he's
anybody
going
have
back
a
to
way
the
of
ship.
fixing
He's going
the
back to the
needle?
the ship now.
If you go on ahead without me, you go on ahead without me. I'm purposely going back.
Well, also you haven't picked the lock yet, so there's
Yeah.
not much that they can do anyway.
Well,
I'm gonna
before you-
check.
Old?
Yep.
I have a question. It doesn't really make sense to me that you have to have a saving throw not right after you've been hit by something that might be poison. Because on one hand, you have a saving throw, am I affected by poison or not? And on the other hand, you have a saving throw, how much damage am I going to get?
No, there's
And
one
then,
saving throw.
there's one saving throw, and you
I asked Old, sorry.
Right, there's one saving throw, and depending on the poison, the saving throw determines what effects. If you fail the saving throw, one thing happens. If you make the saving throw, another thing happens, which is sometimes nothing.
Okay.
But I was looking at it, and it actually, in my opinion, it does not make sense to make the saving throw immediately upon getting hit with the poison, because there are too many things that allow you to delay the saving throws, like slow poison. Like, I genuinely, I was looking back at it, I cannot understand how slow poison works if the saving throw is immediate.
Okay.
And especially when the onset time, you don't necessarily know what happens until the onset time has taken effect.
Okay.
All right.
So-
I once again hand the protection for poison scroll to Lafdul and say, "Could you please just read this to yourself?"
I will not,
can I
Why?
check?
because it's too valuable.
Why are you being so obstinate?
Because I want to go back to the ship because Gloriana has a innate power of slow poison.
Fine, then we'll wait for you.
Because
I'm
I could
gonna-
use that.
All right. I'm going to take you back then. I'm going to hand the scroll over to Leva. Could you, figure out exactly what this does as far as I don't know. Can you do
That will-
your knowledge stuff on it? What do you
Okay.
call it? You call it spellcraft?
Can I? Old?
You can make a roll.
All right, let's do it. What do
Then
I
I
roll?
will carry
What?
Lafdul because that way the poison won't work as fast in the
So-
system.
What is
Just
determining
hold on.
poison?
Just to be clear, as far as Lafdul doesn't feel anything right now. He doesn't
Mhm.
feel anything negative. He got stabbed with a needle.
Can I check the needle for poison?
Do you
Let
have?
me say something.
Yes.
Wouldn't
Go ahead.
determining if something is poison be alchemy, and doesn't Leva have that by now?
She does
No,
not
I
have that
don't.
yet. And
Okay,
no, it's
no.
not.
Okay.
It's herbalism and healing, and I've got that.
I've
Then
got
she can roll
herbalism.
herbalism.
I'm not
Bra-
going to check because it takes
So
too
can
long.
Lafdul.
I'm not saying you
Braxon's-
can check it. I'm saying the other person with herbalism can check it.
Do you need-
I just want you to know that I picked up Lafdul and I'm carrying him back to the ship.
Okay.
Braxton's going to get a rock, and he's going to hold his dagger over the end of the keyhole, and he's going to try and smash off that stabby thing.
Oh god, you're gonna break the keyhole.
You're gonna
Lewa
break
is
it.
gonna try and Lewa is gonna try and do what she was asked to do by Higgimus, which is to figure out the skull.
Yeah.
What do I have to roll?
Yeah. Let's do this one at a time. All right. So you're gonna roll your spellcraft proficiency check.
Can I attempt to grab Braxon to keep him from
Oh,
doing
hold on.
something
Hold on.
stupid?
Let's handle this one at a time because it's easier for me rather than having everyone saying I want to do this thing at the same time.
Spellcraft. Here we go.
Well, that's a fail.
The only thing that you know is what Higgimus was already aware of, that using this works only on yourself.
Okay.
And you do not know, you cannot determine whether it will purge poison already in a system or whether it can only work beforehand.
Mhm.
And you do not know how long it lasts.
Well, at least I don't put myself, don't start assuming the wrong stuff.
So can I? Braxton's attempting to do that thing. Can I attempt to grab him to keep him from destroying the lock so we're not locked out of the place?
Sure. Roleplay that out, you two.
I'm going to attempt when I see Braxton heading over with the dagger and the rock to attempt to break the needle. I'm assuming that he's going to accidentally break the lock because of his luck, and I'm going to try to grab it, saying, "Hang on, wait for Lafdul to get back."
And while this is all going on, I'm checking. This poison actually poison on the needle.
But you don't know anything about poisons, other than animal poisons.
It could be like a little, like if there's like any sort of liquid or something on the needle. I could try to take a dagger and scrape along at the needle to see if something comes off.
Do you have the healing or herbalism proficiencies?
No, I don't necessarily, but I'm assuming if there's any sort of residue on the needle, it's poison.
You could give it to me.
What I will say is
I've
that
heard
people
this.
are basing their own personal experiences rather than their character's experiences. You know this out of character, that you know this how poisons work, but your character may not know how poisons work.
Yeldan's encountered wildlife poison.
Yeah, but that's wildlife poison.
Poison
You're not familiar with poison needles and things like that.
Ockar doesn't know anything about being poisoned. He just knows that he's not letting Braxton anywhere near Locke because he breaks anything he touches.
Well, make
Or
the
throws
argument.
stuff.
Make the argument to Braxon. Convince him not to do this. This is what Braxon wants to do. Convince.
Come
him
on,
otherwise.
look, this is a look.
Braxton, you're not going anywhere near that. Whenever you touch something, you either throw it off the side or you break it.
Come on, don't be ridiculous. This thing came out and stabbed one of our friends. I'm gonna just knock the side
You're
off of
gonna
it.
break the lock. You have that luck, or bad luck, really.
That's not a very nice thing to say about someone who's been fighting alongside you for months.